Hello guys, it's Tonton from Set948. Welcome to a new video on my channel. Today I want to make a guide about the seasonal event, the second anniversary of Whiteout Survival. We kind of reviewed it a bit yesterday quickly. Now we see exactly what's happening in the game, so I will be able to tell you all about it, all the little details that make a difference. We will take the event the way they are shown in my tab about the Dawn Feast. So you have in game you have basically, you know, the packs. You get one for free, and then you have a 6 euro for us, 12 euro, 24 euro, 40, 58 euro, 100 euro, or 120 euros, and you can buy 120 euros one multiple time, which is $100. Thanks you to extra taxes in Europe. It's a bit more expensive. Quickly about the pack. I'll suggest everyone that can afford it to buy the first one, the 5 euro one, because you get 2% troop defenses. And if you look on the Celebration and Symphony events, if you buy a 6 euro pack or $5 pack, you get that cell, which allow you to do one column, one line, and get these rewards. So that's 8 fire crystal, 15 fire crystal plus 50 and all of that. So you get these four things for one pack of 5 euro, and that's one of the best value for money you will ever find in the game. That's basically for 6 euro you get 12 or 15 or 20 euro worth of value. So it's very decent, to be honest. So I'll suggest, if you can afford and if you spend a bit on the game, to buy at least one pack. So I can cover Celebration of Symphony because it's open. So you have a lot of tasks: complete arena challenges, train troops, contribute to alliance. So that's, you know, when you donate here. I won't explain everything. That's very basic. Most of you know. And you kind of know that kind of event if you played the game for a few months. Use stamina. So you will auto-complete most of this playing naturally. Beast, blah blah, a bit of speed up to 2000. And then when you complete a line, then you get that reward. When you complete a column, you get that reward. And when you complete all, you get that reward, which is what you want. And you have 7 days, so that's gonna be okay. That's gonna be okay to do it. You know, if you can buy one pack, I'll buy the event pack. So let's go with Feast of Overture. So first event lasting 7 days. You see there is a ranking, and the ranking is as usual to get the city skin. Top 10 player get a permanent city skin. Top 25 got a 30-day city skin. So that's okay, that's usual. It's an event when there is an alliance ranking, and basically the top 10 alliance in the state got what they call a feast something. So it's a different name. But the higher you get, the better. So that's a building that you will pop. I think that will be, I forgot, that will be Thursday and Friday next week, something like that. Or Friday, Saturday, I forgot exactly. But you will be able to pop it, to put it on the ground. There will be an hour-long event, and there are many kind of boxes and rewards that will appear. And the better feast you have, the better are the rewards. And there are free-to-play rewards that everyone gets, and usually, you know, it's an hour-long event, and I think every 2 minutes, it's giving, like, the feast is like, you know, giving you little reward that you have to collect on the map. And spenders can buy packs to give better as well things to share with everyone with the alliance. You know, it's not huge, to be honest. It doesn't work like break the bank for your alliance to be first instead of second. You know, it's decent. It's free reward. For the reward that are bought by the spenders, they last for 24 hours, if I recall well. For the reward that are free given by the game, they last like 5 minutes or something. So you have to be online during the event if your alliance is doing it, when it's using the feast or whatever it's called, the banquet, and then you have to be on, because you have a few minutes to collect each reward, and it's going for an hour. So, you know, it gets exciting, and then after an hour it's a bit dragging. Yeah, it's a bit but you get free things for free. So that's the ranking system. So how do you play that game? It's very simple. You have you will be able to collect ingredients in the event, and we'll cover that later. You will be able to cook or bake these ingredients into different dishes. So pastry palace, roasted lamb chops. So you will be able to do all these recipes and all these dishes, and you will be able to return these recipes to give them to Patrick and to rank on personal ranking or alliance ranking for points. So you get each receipt give 40 points by default, and every day there are two recipes that give you that are called urgent, and they give you 50. So 40 to 50 is an extra 25%. So if you care to rank, the strategy to use is to use every day to do only urgent receipt, and you want to do enough urgent receipt that you unlock the daily rewards, which is returning basically 50 urgent receipt, because 2,500 divided by 50 is 50. And if you do 40, you will have to return a lot more. Basically, you have to return 25% more. It's that simple. So my suggestion is to accumulate the 4 recipes that are not urgent for you, and they are different for every player usually. Only return the ones that are urgent up to 2,500. So you make sure that every day, because if it's very, I don't think the game does that. I think it's cycling through the recipes, and you won't have the same every day. But let's say tomorrow you have the same recipe, and you use all you can today. Maybe tomorrow you don't have enough ingredients to make 50 and to unlock daily rewards. So you want to be on the safe side, and every day you use your return recipe, 25 of each, or 30 and 20, whatever, depending on your luck on the ingredients. So you unlock all of that. And on the last few days, usually how it works, I've been doing that kind of event many times, is in the last 3 days, you will have a chance to return all the recipe, but 2 per day. So maybe, it will finish on Wednesday next week. So maybe Monday you can do the first 2, Tuesday you can do the 2 in the middle, and Wednesday you can do the last 2, something like that. So that's when you will be able to push, and on the last day you will return all the recipe you have, basically, extra. But focus on doing urgent, maximize doing urgent recipe. And I will go through everything else in a minute. So you have that kind of stuff. It's similar to fishing tournament. You have a few events. So you have kind of a tier system. So, you unlock points, which is maybe the blue ones, right? These ones, they give points in gourmet spread, I guess. And based on the amount of points you get, see, I need 80 points to go from level 1 to level 2. So I need to return 2 normal recipes that give 40. And you get free stuff. So you get, a 7-day city skin here, or 3-day city skin, sorry. Then you get a 14-day city skin. So, and when you reach level 21, then you get every 200, so 4 recipes that are urgent and 5 recipes that are not. You get extra chests, and you get, some shards, some stuff. So it's a decent event. I would not spend my money here. It's not bad. Like if you spend a lot of money, these are okay-ish. These are not great packs. They are not bad packs. You get mostly fire crystal, which is what matters. Like the books, you have far too much. You have like 3,000 of each. You don't care about them anymore. Gems, keys, whatever, XP, whatever. You get a bit of speed ups, a bit of essence stone. You don't have resources, right? It's a 3,200 packs, but you don't have resources, so it's decent value. This one is could be good for spenders, because you get a lot of buffs, and these buffs are hard to get, and you get fire crystal. So you could buy these. They are not amazing packs. But if you need fire crystals, and you are buying all the fire crystals you can, for example, why not? Then that's the events we reviewed yesterday. I showed you how it overlaps with Alliance Showdown, with Armament Competition, with Officer Project events. So as you can see, it did not change in terms of how to complete each day. There is a change though, and it's in the reward. So daily reward are actually decent. Somehow Thursday training day is better. People will usually go a bit harder on it, so it gives better reward, but daily reward are the same as usual. They're okay. And that the total reward ranking that changed. 2 things change. For the top 25, they're adding a portrait. It's not really a portrait, right? It's a festive moment. It's a name card skin, okay, which is very rare. So you have a name card skin for the first 25 players of the state that give you 1.5% lethality. So it's really important for rally leaders. Like if you want it, compete for it, but I'll suggest to get your rally leader getting that. If you want to win battles, it's always better. So you have a portrait, and the first 25 player got it permanently. The next 25 player got it for 7 days, and the last 50 players got it for 3 days. What's new as well is you get some rewards for being in the top 100. Usually in seasonal events, it's only rewards up to 50 player, top 50. So now they added some rewards for top 100, which is a bit more friendly, I guess. And, you know, it's 5 shards, some gems, you know. So many people will get something for the event, which I think is cool. I was always finding it a bit harsh that they give rewards only to the top 50. If you followed the video I gave you yesterday about, you know, how to go about today, how to go about tomorrow, how do I see that? To use maybe your keys on, you know, on Friday, on Wednesday, etc. Being top 50, I never had an issue being top 50. I always am top 50 on my main and my farm account. And I don't push for it. I just basically use keys. That's all I do is like I keep my keys for these events and Vision of Dawn. And I use my keys. That's really about it. I'll actually verify something very quickly with you about Vision of Dawn. Because that's something you want to keep in mind. Is, do you know when Vision of Dawn was on your states the last time? Because I think for us it's coming up soon. So which means if it's coming up soon, let's see if I have a video about it. Vision of Dawn, 18th of February. How many weeks is that? So see, I'm using my channel to know. So 1, 2, that was 2 weeks ago. Okay, so we will have Vision of Dawn in 2 weeks. So in our states, it might depend on yours, but in our state we should have it again in 2 weeks. So which means that I can use all my keys, and I'll use them on Wednesday. I'll use all my keys, and I'll be able to make a lot of points and likely be in the top 50 easily. And then if I want to be in the top 25, I'll need to push a bit more. I'll need to train troops. I'll need to do something else. To get the rewards. So that's good to track, like when is Vision of Dawn in your state with seasonal events, so you know when to burn things. But that's about it. If you care to really learn how to make points on multiple events at once, armament competition, official project, Chief of Dawn, Alliance Showdown at the same time, I have a video dedicated, and that's yesterday's video. So now it's about cooking, right? So you can still see the dishes that are urgent. So do they give us... Okay, you need to unlock the dish before you do it. Let's do it together. So cook to perfection. So I unlock the dish so that, you know, it's not very hard, right? So you need to do that 1 time per dish to unlock them. So you should be able to do that. Few things to note. So you get ingredients from the crates that you see at the bottom right corner. You get crates by, you know, completing that event, by killing bees. There are many ways, we will cover that a bit later, but you will get a lot of things. So what I want to do, right, if I follow what I said earlier, is I want to cook 25, I want to cook 50 of these 2 dishes, and for now I can do 16, which is normal. It's the beginning of the events. You know, I'll get more stuff during the day. I'll buy 1 pack or something, and it will help me. But to get going the first day, sometimes it's a bit rough to get the 50 dishes you need to do. Sometimes it's a bit hard. So that's why to really focus on these. And like I mentioned yesterday, so something I mentioned yesterday and I want you to keep in mind is I suggested that you kill beast for the full duration of that event, and I'll show you in a moment why. To kill beast. Having said that, we still have the where is it? Lantern of Blessing event, and you get reward from killing 3 polars per day. So what I would suggest is you kill beast all day as much as you can, and you do intermissions, and you do 3 polars. So you do 3 polars, do your intermission, and every other stamina you have, you do beast, because that will give you some ingredients, and that you will be able to cook, and then you will be able to return dishes, and you will be able to unlock these daily rewards, and you will be able to rank better here. So it's really important to feed kind of your engine with killing beast. And one thing that's really important is my suggestion to go about it, right, is to request ingredients you need and to feed. That's assuming you have a farm account, right? So let's say I want to cook that dish, and what am I missing? So I'm using some of my butter, I'm using some of my salt, but I'm missing some of the fish, right? I don't have enough fish. So I could request 20 fish. I won't do it, right? You have 50 per day you can request, right? See, up to 50. And you can basically, sorry, I was thinking at the same time. So you can request 50 per day and you can request them 20 by 20. So you can do 20, 20, 10 or 15, 15, 20 or, 5, 5, 5, 5, 10 times, whatever. The way I do it is like I request something and I go on my farm when my farm has it and I feed it with my farm. Because if you look at how much, it's about calculating how to min-max stuff, right? So if you give ingredients to someone, you get 10 points. You get 10 points for sending an ingredient. So if you look, that costs 4 ingredients. That costs 4 ingredients. That costs 4 ingredients to make. So 1, 2 is the second number I'm looking at, right? So every dish costs 4 ingredients to make. So if you send 4 ingredients, which is making a dish, you get 40 points. But, there's a big but. If you return a dish that is urgent, you get 50 points, right? So you get more points by returning dishes, extra dishes, than giving giving ingredients to other people. So that's why you want to give yourself the ingredients you need with your farm account. So that means killing beasts on your farm account. So that requires a bit of time. To unlock, especially the first day, I'll make sure I give myself ingredients to do the fish and to do the tomato dish, so I can make 50 of them to unlock the minimum reward. And only the last day of the event, if I really see I have ingredients I cannot use, I will give them to my alliance to get extra points. You don't have to be that selfish. It's because for me, I care to rank here. I care to rank because you see it's a lot of gems, and I think in my state I don't have a chance to be top 10 because people are spending too much money compared to me on such events. But I might try. I might try to get top 10 actually. Or top 20, top 10, yeah, for the city skin. I like the city skin a bit. It's not the best one, but it's decent. I think some people have it. Right. So you see the city skin is here. Oh, sorry. So it's not the best. I don't know how is it a furnace. In the sense that it's like Farka does it as well. You see it better here. Yeah. So I don't know how is it a furnace. I'm not sure how it's keeping your city warm, but maybe it still does. So that's how you want to think about it. Feed your main account with your farm or your secondary accounts. Because you can only request 50 a day, it doesn't work to have multiple accounts. If it was unlimited amount you can request, and if you had 4, 5, 6 accounts, and you will be able to give yourself everything and be able to rank a lot higher. But you want to do that, so you unlock every dish by cooking them once. You can cook them today, right? But I won't suggest to cook them all today because some ingredients are the same, right? You see cheese. Where is the cheese used? Is the cheese used somewhere else? Yeah, it's used here, right? So if I'm too low on cheese today, because I cooked by mistake, I cooked this dish first, and then see, that's not the case, right? I have 18, I need 9. So, but let's say I'm unlucky on cheese, I don't get many cheeses, and I cook the wrong dish, then I'll run low on that for tomatoes. So my suggestion is only cook the urgent dishes, cook 50 of them, return them, and then at the end of the week, you burn all you can. I will start day 4, just in case the rotation is not perfect. So basically, last 3 days, they should give you every dish to urgent, but I don't think I'm confused about that. I did not track it. but I think sometime I got screwed. So I will start day. So let's see, last 4 days of the event. So we are Thursday. So that will be Sunday. Sunday I will start to return all the urgent dish I can on you know the 2 that are available that day. I will return more than 25 of each or more than 50 total, just to make sure I make the most points. Just in case in the last 3 days they don't give me all of the dishes available. I hope that makes sense. Celebration Symphony, if it does not, if something, because I've been playing that game a year and a half, I'm understanding this event well in my head. I don't know if I explained them that well, but you know, I've been ranking in this event many times. I got city skins and stuff, so sometimes things might be obvious to me that are not to you because you don't know, you're not experienced as much. So let me know if something is not making sense or if it's confusing. I need to learn how to explain properly as well. So it's on me. It has nothing to do with you, it's on me, and I need to explain better, so feel free to ask me. So like I said, Symphony, you might want to buy a pack, $5 pack, €6 pack, to unlock all. That will happen naturally, you don't have to sweat it too much. If you're a max player, if one day you are scared that, oh, you know, if I'm maxed, I cannot complete that, it will autocomplete. I've been maxed FC5 once. For once in my life, I've been maxed when there was such an event and it autocompletes, and many spenders confirmed to me it autocompletes. So you can always unlock everything. So I assume if you are max, no, there is no research in that version anymore. So yeah, max building, it autocompletes. So you will do all of these naturally, don't stress too much. The last few days, if you see they are not complete, please have a look. But you know, it's using stamina, recruiting heroes, which you do every day, 5 a day. Arena, you play arena every day, you know, helping your alliance. That's for us, like people that play casually, that are not online often, it might be tough. We had some people struggling to do it last time. If you have an issue like that, you can basically you know, empty someone infirmary a bit, you know, like 1 or 2 march, you just leave the alliance and you fight on the battlefield, so you make yourself a bunch of injured troops. And so people can request help on healing troops. It's not gonna cost you a lot, you know. Don't attack a city because you will have dead troops, but just if you fight on the battlefield, you know, like let's say I leave the alliance, I put one of my march, and then someone is attacking it, and we do that 2-3 times. We fill 2 infirmaries, or half of them, or you know, quarter of them is enough, and then we just, you know, at different time of the day, we just request help for healing, and then that will help us that will help everyone. So that's one way to do it simply. You can do that on research days, on building days. Yeah, people will improve their building and stuff, so that's gonna be okay. Top up benefit. So every time you top up, you know, at some point when you top up, you get some thresholds and you get some reward. The skin is 30,000, which is €60. You need to buy €60 of packs, which is why I'll always tell you, delay buying packs, because there is one pack I usually buy, which is a Hero Gear benefit card weekly. We are Thursday, I did not buy the pack because just in case there is an event that give me points to buy pack. Either a symphony kind of event. So sometimes you have these events available, like Symphony of Change, which is usually before you get a new Fire Crystal level building. If you get an event called Symphony of Change, it's likely you will get a new building soon. So there are some different kind of symphony events, and they require you to buy a pack. So always delay my purchase to the latest, and see I did not purchase anything yet. So that's for spenders. If you are medium to low-ish spender, you know, if you care about the skin or if you have good packs, let's say you want to go to the, you know, that pack is giving you Fire Crystal, is giving you speed ups, is giving you Lucky Hero Gear chest, so that's decent. That's not the best pack, but that's not the worst. If you buy a bit of these and you buy your weekly packs and stuff, then you know you're gonna nearly be there, and maybe you spend 10 extra euro and you're there. That could be okay. Trail of Taste. So that's really important event to understand. That's really important. Many people don't understand it. It's really important. That's how you win if you don't that's how you that's how I win basically. How I got the permanent skin against people that buy €100 packs when I bought the €20 pack. So I was missing €50 or €60 for us and €120 packs, and I still rank higher than these people. So I got again the permanent city skin, and that's only possible in a dead state, more or less, like or on a state that don't have many spenders. If you have 15 big spenders, 20 big spenders, that's never gonna. You will need to buy these packs to compete, because the packs, as you can see, they are giving you the feast bags is basically, it looks more like a crate or something, but they give you ingredients, right? So what do you care to do in Trail of Taste? I usually use gems to increase my VIP level on these events. So, 100k, 200k, 500k, whatever I could collect that is extra, I don't need for the wheel. I usually go all in on seasonal event, and I use gems here. Speed ups, if I go and I rank to get the city skin, I use research speed ups. Because I'm on a SVS focus state, and because I care to rank in SVS preparation, I don't use training troops, and I don't use building speed up because I keep that for SVS. But research training speed ups, they do not give you much points in SVS. So these are the ones that I consider, and I'm using general speed ups on research as well. It's important to note, like, you want to use general speed ups on building up to furnace 30. And when you are furnace 30, you want to use all you can on research. There are many years of research of that you can unlock, and you don't have enough speed up. So you use all your general speed ups on research. No troops, no building after your furnace 30. So if I wanted to really rush, and I will try to get in the top 10 here, I would have saved, the way it worked for me, right, in my previous states is I use 100 days of speed ups, which is, a few months of savings, and I use 3-4k 1,000 gems. 3,000, sorry. 300,000 or 300k or 400,000 or 400k gems that I save extra on top of what I need with the wheel to be able to spend in there, plus doing all the gathering, which you will do quite easily, but that's unlimited, right? You get for, I forgot, it always depends on the event, but for 100 gems or 1,000 gems, you get an amount of feast bags, basically. It's kind of, you can count on it. You know that the more you used, the more you will get, and that's linear, right? It's not based on luck. And for defeating the beast, that's why you want to do your 3 polar terror for the Ramadan event. You want to do your intel mission for reward and shard, and you want to do everything on beast, because otherwise you will need to burn a lot of cans. So my suggestion for handling that is just what I said. So 3 polar terror for the Ramadan event, intel mission, and everything is beast, and I use Gina basically. So I did not buy the pack to do auto hunting. If you buy the pack for auto hunting, you can do auto hunting, but for me I did not. I might buy it tomorrow. Okay, it's not available. Let's see. Gina should be in there. So you want Gina, and then you can use Wallis Bokan, because Gina is reducing the amount of stamina you use per beast or polar terror by 20%. So a beast is 8 stamina instead of 10, and she increased movement speed. Wallis Bokan increased movement speed, and whichever hero, I can put a stronger one, and you can see it's 27 seconds, right? With these 2 heroes. If I go with another march, it's 50 seconds, right? So 50, 27. So it's a lot better to go with these if you can. So, and you kill beasts as high as you can. For me, I have no problem with level 30. And so you will get slowly towards 700. And my kind of threshold, the way I look at it, is on day 2 is killing beast day, right? So tomorrow I will auto hunt, or I'll do it manually. It happened to me that I did it manually because I did not want to spend money that month, for example. So I'll hunt, and that's a lot of time if you do it manually. Let me tell you, that's you have to have your Friday, you have to have your day off either from work or something, or to work from home. But you want to kill beasts all day. I know polar terrors give more points, but you want to kill beasts because you want to get to, and I will suggest to get to 500 tomorrow. 500, 550. So when you are 500, 550, you can stop hunting manually or auto-hunting, and you will get them naturally every other day by doing beasts manually. If you want to be safe, do 550. 500, you might need to use stamina cans on the last day to make sure you complete. And remember, if you care to be top 25, right, for these rewards, you will need to make points anyway, right? So why not making points tomorrow using stamina can, especially if you're free to play. That's really hard. That's not free to play friendly at all. To be able to do that, you need to buy regularly the weekly card, the ultra value monthly weekly card. Monthly card, not monthly weekly. The ultra value monthly card, because it's giving you 20 stamina cans per day. If you don't buy that regularly, you don't have to buy it all the time, but if you don't buy that pack regularly, don't go for that strategy. Don't push very hard tomorrow on day 2. Just burn all your stamina. Maybe you burn 50 cans or something like that, depending on how much you have. I have nearly 200 cans on my farm. I don't buy cans with money on my farm. So, if my farm was my main account and I was really free to play, if I did not wanted to make points in SVS with that, I could, spend 50, 100 cans. So I'll spend some of the stamina cans I had to make points tomorrow, and as well to get ingredients, right? To get closer to that, to get more ingredients, to overall get more rewards. And again, gathering you will do, and then speed ups you. So that you can keep an eye on. That's very simple. But that's, if you're a spender, may I show you max out all of that, and you get many of these from gems and speed ups as well. Like big whales, they could, sometimes they have 1 million, 2 million, 3 million gems, and that's why it's hard to compete with them. On top of getting ingredients from the pack, they usually have a lot more speed ups and gems. And on top of that, they can do the 700 defeat a beast. So if you don't optimize for that a lot, and you don't buy up to the $20 or $50 packs, you will never compete here. You will never be able to be top 10, right? Yeah, that's just the way it works. So it's good to understand, good to know if you want to try your luck to get your skin. If you're on a dead state, by dead I mean like, it doesn't mean to be bad state. It was a good state. It was just like there was only one alliance really. The alliance have 5-6 spenders, and the other alliance had nearly no spenders, and the spender they would not spend on such event. They were not big enough spender to spend on such events. So you could easily be, 8, 9, 10. These slots were available to people that either spend €50 packs or $50 packs, or that play well. Celebration firework, you will get a different kind of firework. I got the one from last year. I never used these, but I guess you just log in every day and you get them. Snapshot in time, in this letter, in the red one, if you look, blah blah blah, daybreak, cannon clash, force dragon tyrant, it's kind of telling you what the game, what happened in the last year in the game. And at the bottom you get some rewards, so you click, you get it, it's still decent, you get a frame, you get some gems and stuff. The blue letter, I won't open it because it's kind of a story about how many troops you train and what's your fire crystal level and blah blah blah. And there is a hidden trick. If you click on the guy, you can play rock, scissors, paper with him, and if you win, I don't know if you can do it infinitely. Yeah, like that's my second time. So maybe if you really want ingredient, I don't know how many times you can do it per day. Okay, 3 times. So I don't know what the limit. Let's see. I'll go to 5 times with you guys, and then okay. So I lose. It's not stealing anything from me. So I'll always play rock. So if there is a limit, please let me know in the comment. I might try off video a bit more. Seems rock is working. I want to know more. Okay, so you can do 5 times a day. 5 times a day, so that's 50 boxes of ingredients, you know. You need 4 ingredients. So it's 10 dishes, right? So I don't know if you can do it 5 times a day or 5 times total. But there is nothing else to click. If you look at last year, maybe we find something else later, but I'll just show you. If you look at last year, if you open the card, like you see all the little boxes, you could click on it and you got reward from it. On the cake, on the balloon, so you could click and got something. So this time it seems to be a bit different and not as interesting. And the gala, so that the last event, you can see that if you rank number 1, number 2, and 3, so that will be on the 13th, which is in 1 week from now. You can see the leaderboard, so which alliance is first, you know. So it's similar to the same ranking at this one, right? At the first event we've seen together. What else should I tell you about this event? So let's look at where I'm at myself, right? I got 20-day research. I got 50 days, 54 days, 45. So I think the last time I used them was 2 months ago. I think I used them on SVS 2 months ago. So I got 70. So if you play as me, you are spending a bit. You do fortresses on Friday. You get rewards. I'm considering I get more or less 50, a bit below 50 training days of spinning per month, per 4 weeks. And I got, 25 and 10. So it depends a bit. I think I use a bit of research, so it might be a bit higher. But you see that if you wanted to accumulate 100, like I said, to try to rank, plus if you wanted to add like 200, 300 gems, you will have to save for, 4 or 5 months between events. Like that to really get a chance to get the skin. If you really want to compete with spenders to make sure you're in Trail of Taste or the equivalent, you get many speed ups from these two. You get stamina cans, so you can mark this one as well. And then you are willing to buy, up to 20 euro pack, and maybe you will need to buy the 50 euro pack. Like if you really care about the city skin and you accumulate speed ups, if you use building speed ups and if you use training speed ups, it's even easier, right? But I suggest it's not the best event for that because the rewards, even if there is a frame, that are very low. Like SVS, if you're ranking first, you get 400 shards. King of Icefield, you got 400 shards. In this one, you get 100 shards, so it's 4 times less reward. So these are not a very good reward. So like burning all your bags to get here, to get first. In this event versus King of Icefield. King of Icefield is not really harder to win, to be honest, and it's giving you 4 times the amount of shards. So it's huge. It's really huge. So it will really take you a while. And usually, you have such an event at Halloween, you have such an event at Christmas, you have such an event as when was the other one? The city skin I got. That was Halloween. Was it Halloween? Or was this one Halloween? I forgot. That it tells me. I forgot where do you get them. But see, for me, I pushed for Halloween. I think I got one of these city skin maybe. And I was not ready for Christmas. Christmas, I could not get the skin because as well I changed state and my state is a lot more, is a lot stronger, but I did not accumulate above 100 days of training speed ups, of research speed ups, and not enough gems, and so there was no way. So if I wanted to rank with the situation I have 200 extra 1,000 gems. I got 70 days of speed up, so I would need to buy the $50 packs if I wanted to have a small chance, and if I wanted to compete I need to buy 100 euro. But I would not do that in that state. Too many people are spending money. So that's something to consider. And you can get free city skins if you're in a dead state. That's really important. I wanted to touch base on other events that happened the last few days, and I've made a guide on. So fishing tournament, I explained to you how to rank and how to get the city skin. We are day 3. So if I was to push, I cannot, because I did it last time. That's why I got the city skin and the March skin. If I was to push, it's not too bad for now. I will consider it. I will wait a bit more to see how it evolves, but my suggestion was to be able to make 45,000 points, maybe 50 plus 5,000 points. So as a free-to-play, you will definitely not get rank 1 with my strategy and what I shared, because these people are already at 45, but number 6 and see number 7 is very far, right? So if I really wanted the city skin and March skin, and I've been saving, you know, I've been saving for months, so I have 40, 50 of these, I have, you know, 60, 70 of these, I have some of these, I have some ice voucher to double the points, and I knew, because, you know, like I made a video about it, so watch the video, that how many, you have an idea about how many points you will make. If you knew you could make 50,000, 55,000, I would consider pushing. I will consider pushing in that event. The only red flag for me is like there is a state that is 2,402, and that's a recent state compared to us. And as you can see on recent states, people are spending money on that event. I mean, our state is, there are people ranking in our states, but these people are overall spending money. And sometimes new states go a bit crazy on fishing tournament. All states a lot less. Like, you know, AAA, PT, Liam, like Papa, you know, these guys, they are well established in our states, and we know they spend, and, you know, I suggest, I think they won't break the bank to be first in fishing tournament. When on a new state, people might break the bank. People might buy, so that's the only red flag. If I was like able to make 45k, 50k points, because maybe you know, I got only 45 of these and I don't get 60 or 55, maybe I'll wait. I'll wait next time to get a bit more, so I can make a bit more points, and that the ranking is a bit more in my favor. So I don't know if it's a very good event to push. Right now it looks decent, but it's, you know, there is like 14 hours to go. So I look from 10 hours from now, and, you know, I'll play just before reset if I was pushing. So I know it's hard based on your region, your work schedule, but if you consider pushing on fishing at the free-to-play and you want the skin, you have to play the last few hours. Otherwise, it's too easy for a spender to overthrow you and you know, and spend too much here. One other thing I wanted to mention briefly, as you can see, for example, so we're an alliance that do not push for Alliance Showdown. So if you look at the situation, and where do we see that? No, I do the summary. That's previous states. So because we are SVS focused, we don't care much about Alliance Showdown, so we don't push. And that alliance is going very, very strong. Okay, so you can see what's happening, right? So they won 1 point, 2 points, 2 points. And they are winning today. So that's 5 points. If they are winning today, that's 7 points. You can see we can make only 6, even if we win the last 2 days. So today for us is either a make or break. So either we consider trying to win the next 3 days and to make 8 points and to be able to win over them, or they make 7 points, we can only make 6 because you have 13 in total and we lose. Based on how it went, these guys are going very hard, and we are going harder than usually. We have some of the spenders improving and going towards to our Fire Crystal 8, and we have a new generation of heroes. So we had, you know, new buildings not too long ago. We have new generation of heroes. So spenders usually, you know, spend things before SVS just to not lag behind, basically. You know, they want to get their heroes set up. They want to get their things set up for Foundry, for Canyon Battle, for other stuff. So that's why they usually go a bit stronger on, like, either it's armament competition or officer project. Sometimes you might see them ranking higher. You see, like, these are 2 of our spenders, because they just don't want to lag behind and they want to stay strong, and that's fair enough. So for us, for me, like, we won't fight for it because we are SVS focus states and we care about spending in SVS prep and not here. But even if you were like really caring to push for Alliance Showdown, with where was it? With a situation like that where they are winning the first 3 days, it's scheduled, sorry. When they are winning the first 3 days and they are so much ahead already today, like that's a lot. Like if you look at, so like these guys used a lot of items, right? They use a lot of items, and that's the amount of points they have in advance today. So that's a lot, you know. It's like they're ahead, the equivalent of what a spender spent in 4 days. So I would not fight for it if I was, you know, our alliance, and we won't. If I was if you are in our position, you know, just loot that one. It doesn't worth fight when you are so much behind and you lose it, because these guys, they could go harder. Like that means they have whales, that means they have spenders willing to win that one, and they'll go harder. So the harder you push, the harder they go. So you will burn a lot to catch up, and your chances to win are very low because you lost the first 3 days and they just need to win 1 day. So everything you push, you will likely waste, basically. So don't go for it. That's my suggestion. And just wanted to show you another thing. The video about the seasonal event is over. So, you know, feel free to keep watching if it's interesting, and if you watch daily. Is Ultimate. So we are 9 stars in, right? So 9 stars, like I mentioned last few times, right now we are at what, 20 billion, where is Alliance? Oh, we are nearly 21 billion, right? Nearly 21 billion. We are against 22 billion Alliance, 23 billion Alliance, 23 nearly billion Alliance, 22 billion Alliance, and only these guys are very weak somehow. So I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if they had a drama, if people left, but they are very weak for where they are. And that's Dog, and they are, let's see, right now they are losing. So that makes sense. So it's very tough, right? It's very tough, and our main player, one of our stronger players, did not register, so we are very weak this month. But that's what will happen when you are, you know, depending on your strengths of your alliance. But either you're in new states and you're in gold state, you know, in gold league or something like that. You know, for us, initially, you know, we cruised through bronze. Silver was super easy. And gold, we started to have that issue later in gold, because we were at the top, you know, like if you're on a new states, you can win 3 stars every week. So the progression is slow, right? So everyone starts in bronze, then the best alliance get 4 stars, then they move slower towards silver. So everyone is moving together. So at some point, you will reach the bottleneck of your surroundings of states, and, you know, it might be silver, it might be gold if you are good at it, and if you follow my guides, but for us, it's Ultimate with 8 stars, more or less, you know. And we face alliance that are a lot stronger. We have one of our stronger players that forgot to register, so we are weak. So we'll get our butt kicked, but that's where, like, you know, like registering in one lane does not change anything for us anymore. It does not give us a weaker opponent because we have Ultimate 9 stars. And it will be the same for you after a while. When you are at the end of kind of where you are progressing with the other states around you. So it's gonna work until you catch up basically with the best alliance, because it will make you face weaker opponents, but at some point you will be as far as everybody else can be in your surroundings, and you will be fighting the biggest alliance, and you will be in a situation where people have billion, 2 billion, 3 billion power. So if you look at the lanes, because we have one missing strong players, right? Like, that's my strongest lane. I cannot do better than the left lane. That's all my best player in the left lane. And see, so they have 2 lanes that are nearly as strong. I have all my worst player in that lane, and so I off the middle player in this one. So, like, to win, it's really tough, because I need to have my middle lane facing the right lane, their weakest one, and see, like, we might even lose. This second lane is not even strong enough to make sure we win against this lane. It could be very close depending on the strengths of of the players basically. And then I will need our stronger lane to win, to face their medium lane basically, which is not a guarantee. It's, I didn't look yet if they are changing lanes between matches and stuff. If they are not, then I'll be just doing that basically. If they are not changing lane, I'll do that. So I'll lose middle. I'll have a good chance to win on the right, and I'll have a great chance to win on the left. What I might do is to put one decent player from the left to the right. So this one is tiny bit weaker, and this one is tiny bit stronger. So this one has more chance. Well, it's close enough, right? I might not change anything. But you see, like at some point, you just find opponents that are so strong that you cannot do much. Like whatever strategy you use, your odds of winning is like 5% or something, and that's okay. That's just the way it is. So you cannot climb forever, but the strategies I gave you on the Alliance Championship video will allow you to climb as high as you can. Basically, that's about it. And let me see what else I wanted to cover. Like I mentioned yesterday, I've done my hero mission day 1, so I can focus on killing beast. And I think that's it for today, guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any question, if the event is clear or not. I know these videos are long, and I appreciate you watching. On a totally other subject, like I have a blog and a podcast for many years on love relationship that I'm making in French, so it's not in English. I've been used to record, not videos, but let's say podcast or stuff like that. So I'm not new to it, and I tend to make like slow content. I've been watching like guides on YouTube for 20 years now about video games. I've been a gamer for very, very long. I worked in the industry for 10 years. And what I care to do is quality. I know sometimes it can be a bit long, so let me know how you feel in the comment, but it's really important for me to go in depth and to explain. I might have a different take on the game as many other people, and that's okay. If I mention my blog and my podcast, it's totally another stuff, but it's because I take the same approach, right? I could make 10 minutes or 20-minute podcast about a subject, about love relationships, and I do 30, 40, 50 minutes an hour on the subjects. And I find it important to give details and to go through things slowly again. That's my way to do it. I might make quicker guides sometimes. I might make quicker video. I realize it's nearly an hour of recording, so that's just the way it is. That's my style. I hope you like it if you are watching the channel. I know it's a lot of your time, so thank you very much for watching. And I guess I see you in the next one. Bye bye. Ciao.